Hi everybody, this is Rob from Miles, and today we've got some cool shred lights. Just wanted to show you how to install those on your board. If you're going to be riding at night, we strongly suggest you investing in some lights. These are cool because they mount right under the board on the trucks. I'll show you how they go on there. You could also do like a headlamp or something, but just keep safe. The Dual does have a light on the remote, but you know, this isn't gonna light up your path so much. It's more of just a safety light so that cars can see you and stuff. So really wanna get some bright lights on there if you do ride at night, and this is a cool option. I'll show you how to put them on. So to install the shred lights, we'll need a few tools. One is the 2mm hex key. That's to remove the bolts from the deck lid. The next you'll need is the skate tool, which has another hex key for the truck bolts and a 5/16 inch crescent wrench for the nuts on the truck bolts. Of course, you'll need your shred lights and the included brackets that come inside the box. All right, so step one, we're gonna remove the bolts from the top of the board. There's 10 bolts, and I'm using a 2mm hex key, which comes in the package. Okay, so now that all the bolts are out, I'm just going to remove the lid. This is called the deck lid, and it's pretty cool. It's carbon fiber. You can swap it out with other designs as we get those on the site. And look at that, that's the inside of the board. You got your battery, controller. It has a cover so you're not gonna kick through and break the electronics. And what we're gonna do is just remove these bolts. So I find it works best to do this one side at a time. We'll do 2 bolts, put the bracket on, and then tighten it up. I've just got my hands on the other side of the bolts to hold them in, and I want to pick the shred light bracket so that the tail of it, basically the long end, is in the back of the board, and it's also ridged. There's a little step down on this bracket, and I want the step down to be going down. That way I'll have room to mount the light. Stick that on here. Put the nuts on and tighten those. Another tip that helps once you're trying to tighten these nuts on is keeping the hex key stationary and just using the wrench, especially as it gets tighter, because it's the nut that's moving and not the bolt. So once you've got the nuts decently tight, you don't need the wrenching back. You just crank them in a little bit, make sure they're tight. You don't want these trucks falling off while you're riding, so definitely be good to have them tight. And I also recommend every time you ride to give your board a good look over, make sure the nuts on the wheels, nuts on the skateboard. Call me paranoid, but something to look at before you shred, because they do go fast, and a wheel falling off would not be good. So now we're just gonna repeat that same process on the other 3 sides here. Get the brackets on, and we'll show you how it looks when it's done. By the way, if you're getting really annoyed by this thing flipping around, grab your shred lights box, stick it here, boom. Once again, I'm looking for one with the fat end pointing in the direction that the light goes. So fat end towards the back. Final bracket, again, fat side in the direction the light points, so fat side to the back, and there's a step down from the deck. So that's it, the final bracket. Now comes the fun part. I'll just flip the board over and show you guys how to put these things on. And inside here, you've got 2 front lights, the white ones. Over here for now, and 2 rear lights. You also got some charging cables and stuff, stickers, kick ass. So you can charge all of your lights at the same time, pretty dope with these cables. Some instructions, we don't need those. So you're gonna take the back of the light. So obviously this is the front because it's got the light. The back of it, back goes on push it forward, and it's on. Back of the light, bracket, push it, just squeeze right on there. Now to turn them on, there's a power button in the back, so just click them on. And we're ready to shred. There are a few other ride modes. If you just click the power button again, you can do flashing. I like to ride personally with flashing in the back, especially if there's a lot of cars. That'll keep you a bit more visible, and I'll just do full power in front. That's it, they're installed. Last thing I want to do is just put the deck back in, pop those screws back in nice and tight, and we're ready to shred. Alright guys, those are the shred lights. If you are going to be riding at night, please get some sort of light. Headlight, shred lights are sweet, but do something. That's how you install them. Enjoy guys, and we'll see you in the next video.